Welcome back. Black Friday promises to offer some fantastic deals at absolutely low prices. But cybercriminals use Black Friday as bait to scam shoppers. Security experts are already witnessing an increase in counterfeit e-commerce sites that appear to be legitimate brands. Cybercriminals are now taking advantage of the cash-strapped consumers' increased desire to save more money, partly due to the economic crisis caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, to share more ways on how consumers can be extra cautious when shopping online, we now chat to Shaun Pakade, the marketing coordinator at ESET and Cybersecurity Specialist. Shaun, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
A very good morning to you, Simpiwe. It's always great to be part of the channel and to share some cybersecurity tips.
Indeed, we do need those security tips as we head to Black Friday. I mean, why is it essential to treat your interactions and transactions on smartphones like you would on a computer? I mean, so many people secure their computers but leave their most connected device, which is their phones, vulnerable.
So I think we need to first look at the statistics that we have to be able to actually see a full picture of the whole space and in terms of the frauds that are happening in the online space. So since last year, there's been a 68% increase on online shopping scams. And these happen not only on desktops, but also on mobiles. So any device that is connected to the internet that people use to do shopping is definitely vulnerable when it comes to scammers and phishers. So we need to then obviously holistically look at any device that we use and make sure that it's quite safe for any transaction that we are going to be doing, not only during the year when it comes to online shopping, but also most importantly during this time of the year where people do most of their shopping.
It's quite interesting that you touch on phishing. I mean, there's other phenomena like phishing, vishing, which are some of the ways that scammers and criminals take advantage of vulnerable shoppers. I want us to talk, I want us to talk about some of the types of scams related to Black Friday. What are some of these?
So there's a lot of scams when it comes to Black Friday. Cyber criminals are very creative when it comes to this space because obviously they're trying to swindle you of your money. So whichever way makes sense to them or a way that the victim can be very unsuspecting of, they will definitely use that. But I think, I want to outline, some key ways that cyber criminals actually, swindle people of their money. So I think the first one, the big one, especially related to Black Friday, is that cyber criminals create fake websites because they know that people are looking to obviously get these very good deals, especially when it comes to Black Friday. So they go out of their way to create these fake websites where people will go on these websites and looking for these great deals and then obviously enter their financial information, and that's where the scammers will be able to get that information and then obviously swindle people of their money. The second way that people actually use to swindle people of their money during this period is by sending links to people, not only by instant messaging, they also do it via social media, and they also do it via email. Which is a very popular way of phishing, by the way. Another way is that they actually create these very attractive fake adverts where they show you these very good deals, which you obviously, are very attractive for people that are looking for, the very, very lucrative deals online. And another way that they use is to intercept the payment methods or the payment sort of process when people are doing the online shopping. And they do this by obviously creating these fake websites. And a way we can actually, be cognizant of this is that we always need to make sure that when we are doing these transactions online, especially, during the Black Friday weekend, is that we need to make sure that we actually use legitimate websites to do these transactions. And another way is that they obviously, intercept public Wi-Fi. So that's why I'm always cognizant and very wary of people using public Wi-Fi.
Okay, just take us through that. I mean, how does it make us susceptible to being scammed? I mean, when you use a public Wi-Fi?
So what they normally would do is they would create a fake hotspot. So you are going to McDonald's and you are looking at the greatest deals in that morning, and it's Black Friday morning, and you obviously don't want to use a public Wi-Fi, so they'll create a fake domain which is McDonald's Wi-Fi, but it's actually not really a Wi-Fi by McDonald's. It's a fake Wi-Fi VPN port that is used by them, and the second you actually connect to that is that they are then able to intercept any transaction that you do over that Wi-Fi. So these people are very clever, and it's the way to do it is always create a mask where people are deceived, and then they are able to gain access not only of your details, but also even your devices. Then they are able to intercept or penetrate or even get your private information.
Sure. And how do you spot a fake e-commerce website?
A fake e-commerce website, one of the key ways is the URL. So, if you're going to take a look, for instance, these guys, what they would do is that not only would they create and mirror an existing, e-commerce website, but the only thing that they can't do is actually, get the exact same domain. So they create a fake domain, which is very similar to the actual domain. It might change in just one letter or one number in the actual URL. So what they do is they create that. So it is very then important to make sure that when you are going to be doing these transactions is rather go to the legitimate website, type it out because it's legitimate and it's tried and tested, and then go there and look for those deals instead of clicking through a link or clicking through an advert that you see online on social media, or it comes through your email. So we have to go through the actual legitimate website to do these transactions. But another thing that we do use is the actual applications that are created by these by these companies. So it's very important that you get the right application from the right store, which is the Google Play Store or the App Store for Apple. So we always need to be very cautious when we are going to be doing any online shopping, transactions, and make sure that the portal or the platform that we are using is legitimate. We need to literally check, if not 2 times, check 3 times to make sure that the transaction you're going to be doing will not be intercepted and is not malicious in its intent.
You're raising very pertinent tips and points there, Mr. Pakade. What can you look out for, for suspicious deals on social media? And in the same breath, why should we stay away from search engine ads?
So I think there's no way of staying away from it, especially during the time that we're living in now. We definitely live in the online space more than we have. There's definitely been an increase since last year of 68% of people actually shopping online. So we do most of our transactions right now, and everything that we do, shopping, banking, communicating with people, is done on the online space. So we can't really get out of it. But what we then need to do as a second step is to make sure that we are educated about the dangers that come with the online space, and make sure that we've got the necessary tools to protect ourselves, protect our data, protect our families, and protect everything that is that lives in that space that is connected to us. So we need to make sure then we always make sure that we look and double check and verify everything that is online, especially one that is going to have a transaction that will require my personal information, that will require your financial information, that will require anything that is private to you. You need to double check it and verify it.
All right, Shaun, lovely chatting to you, man. And yeah, these scammers are very, very clever, and some of the tactics are quite smart. But I could say that, some of these tactics are dumb. I mean, imagine getting an email that says, there's a wealthy prince that left an inheritance in your name, so just leave your banking details. But Shaun, lovely chatting to you, man. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me, Superior. Thanks.
That is ESET Marketing Coordinator and Cybersecurity Specialist Shaun Pakade sharing tips on what to watch out for and stay safe this Black Friday. It's 9 o'clock, time for news.